Hi there, welcome back to the workshop. Today I'm going to be building a sick coffee table. Got this slab here. This is called Pippy Oak. So obviously it's a bit hard to see through all the dirt, but this is what it'd be looking like. Beautiful character everywhere. And it's got these burly edges as well here. All these little things which can look beautiful. But in order to do that, I need to flatten the top. Realised how I did this all wrong. This runs here, but this plate is to go underneath, so then this will go all the way to the end, so I'm going to just flip that around. So I got this all working off camera. The only thing is, I've just bought this router for 60 quid, £60 on Facebook Marketplace, and it's sparking away, it's making horrible noise. So I bought it, the guy turned it on and it sounded alright, but for some reason I think maybe I'm hoping it's not the whole copper thing inside, whatever it is, but I'm going to give it to my friend, see if he can fix it. Welcome back. It's 2 days later now since the last time I turned this machine on and it wasn't working. Crazy story. So I didn't have £300 spare to go and buy a new router, so I went and bought a cheap router, and it turns out the guy sold me something which wasn't working very well. So I messaged him, but obviously he wasn't interested in giving my money back. Can't be arguing with him. So I went to borrow one off a friend and he lent it to me, but it just looked like not the greatest one, so I didn't know what to do. Anyway, as I'm standing there, I see this builder who I know, a friend of mine, Mark McGinty, and I said to him, do you have a spare router? He says, yeah, actually I have one. And it happened to be exactly the same router that I got ripped off with, but this one works. So that's the dodgy one that I got, and then that's the one that he just lent me. Now it is a plunge router, so I've had to put that on it, and in order to get it working I'll just have to press the power every time on the socket on the wall. But I'm gonna test my router sled for the first time now, so please God it all goes well. And yeah, God works in mysterious ways. It's just amazing how I went out to borrow one router, and literally while I was there on that same street I actually got the other one, and it's the same one that I bought. So yeah, that's pretty crazy. Alright, and let's see how this goes now. track saw that is pretty nice and straight, nice and clean cut. That actually do a bit of a sand, a little bit of teeth marks in it, but very clean. Oh, this machine is a beast. That was really nice and quick flattening of that board. Probably took me about 40 minutes for both sides. There you go. Got a bracket here holding the front, I've got two brackets in the back. Oh no. Oh no.
Daddy.
Yeah.
Where?
So I've got this all glued up. An annoying thing is a little bit of a gap there. It's actually come out nice and square. So it's definitely glued in. It's just that the back must be from when I cut. For some reason it wasn't, so 45-ish. As painful as it is, I need to cut this and re-glue it. There's a bit of an unsightly gap. I've made myself a little jig on the table saw. I got my blade straight and I made this jig angled because it's hard to get the angle right on the blade for some reason. Then I have to cut both sides, at least this way. If I cut it on the table saw, even if it's a bit off, because it's glued together, it's a bit off by half a degree, it'll compensate it by half a degree the other way, so it'll come out square. But at least the thickness of the blade will just clear up that gap. I'm hoping. I really hope I don't mess it up. Pray for me. lot better. There's no gap there, there's a bit of a glue line there. I think when I sand it up it'll sort of disappear. There's literally no gap anywhere now. And I was a bit worried that when I cut it that it'll spread further apart. So beforehand this line here wasn't going back. It actually comes out a lot better now. And you can see this black line here lines up perfectly. So I'm very proud of it. I'm very happy with that. That was a good risk. It's come out perfect. Next is putting a finish, sanding it up, getting it all finished, and getting the legs. I actually need to order the legs. So I left this coffee table uncovered. Usually I cover it in plastic, but I left it uncovered for one weekend by mistake, so it cupped because it was lying on plastic, so the underneath didn't breathe and the top breathed, and it cupped a bit. So I've just got these clamps on here and put it in the sun. I've actually got it nice and flat. Just sticking the clamps on it flattens it very nicely. It was cupping. In here there's a little bit of a bump coming up, and then here it's nice and flat as well. Here it didn't get affected because you got this joint on the side, so it's nice and flat everywhere. So what I'll do is I've got these clamps on, and hopefully the sun and the heat will just get it into that position, so I'll leave that there for a bit. So I had this table out in the sun, clamped up for a few hours now, and as you can see, nice and straight everywhere. It sort of bent it back into position. Wow, that's nice and flat everywhere and all the way down. It had a bit of a hump in the middle here. These were going down at the sides, but at least now it's nice and flat.